I'm very, very careful of the food I eat. I agree with you. I don't eat at the park. I eat at the chance. I eat at Shanti. I buy my produce from shopping mall. I don't buy from open market. Thank God for you. We clap your hands. So by so doing, I don't have anything to do with food. I don't eat junk food. If your definition of eating junk food is where you eat it in Shanti and not at the motor park, then you are making a mistake. Whether you eat the food does not matter because it's the same produce. The same yam you eat at the motor park. If you eat the same yam at Sheraton, it is still the same yam. Just when you talk about farmers, our understanding goes to that tattered clothed man, that haggard looking man, that old man and woman. That's the mental picture we have when we talk about farmers. That man that struggles to pay children's school fees. That man does not have enough food to eat in the house. So when we talk about farmers, that is the mental picture we have. So your son can accept anything, everything, but can never accept to be a farmer like you. Because he doesn't see you moving money like the doctor or the lawyer. Whereas the farmer should be richer than any of these ones. And then who is a farmer? Who is a farmer? Do you have an answer? Yes, who is a farmer?
Yes. So if you want to describe a farmer,
Yes.
it's a human being that produces food for human consumption. And some farmers are trained farmers. Some farmers are not trained. And some farmers produce for their own consumption, while some farmers produce for themselves.
A farmer is a human being that produces food. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. Yes, sir.
A farmer is an entrepreneur or anybody whose vocation is agro-based.
Do you want me to give you my own definition of a farmer?
Yes, sir.
A farmer is anyone that eats and defecates. A farmer is who? If you eat and after eating at the time you go and do what? You are a farmer. Now, it now depends on the capacity or scale of the farm. If you go by ecosystem, every one of us in the ecosystem is a producer. Because the poo-poo is a fertilizer. The wee-wee is also what? Fertilizer. And then if your poo-poo is a fertilizer and your wee-wee is a fertilizer, you are a producer of fertilizer. You are now talking about the capacity and the scale and how to use it. Because if you go to your motor park now, you go to shops now, have you ever now asked yourself, anywhere you see wee-wee, they say you pay to me. Have you experienced that now? When that septic tank gets filled up, what do you think they do? Huh? They'll do what? Discard it to where? To where? To sewages. To where? Sir? Inside gutter. Inside bush. Now let me give you an assignment. Do you know that if you go to the ministry and check the people that handle waste management, they sell it. They sell it. They sell it. That is why you see it being handled by companies. witness of a company that came telling government, allow us to build rest rooms in parks free for charge for government. And government said no. You know why they said no? When they build it, they will use the urine and the physics for production. So by the time you say, allow us to build it, they say, government said no. We have a company that will build it. And they are pricing your wee-wee and your poo-poo. Using it for money.
What do you call West?
So when there are people now talking about, I am not a medical doctor, I don't have anything to do with agriculture. Do you eat? Do you cook? Yes, I cook. Where do your poo-poo go? You have poo-poo, you flush. Brrr. It's filled up before the septic tank to come and evacuate it. It is sold and used for manufacturing. We are talking about nanotechnology in agricultural development. What?
Nanotechnology.
What?
Nanotechnology.
What is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology is the use of a single, indivisible part of energy for production. That you can eat your bed in 4 weeks. You can eat your bed in how many weeks?
4 weeks.
That you can cultivate your cassava 2 or 3 times in a year through nanotechnology. That through nanotechnology you can make money from agriculture. If I have this land here as my garden, by the use of nanotechnology, I can cultivate and feed my family with this size of land, and I will not lack food. I don't need more than this land. Because I will plant fute pumpkin here. I will plant maize here. I will plant cassava here. I will plant multiple crops here. I will plant okra here. And all of them will be doing well. I will harvest them the same day, replant again. Some of us are, if you watch agricultural discovery television, some overseas and it's even happening in Nigeria here, you will see a tractor harvesting crop, a tractor, a harvester, moving, harvesting. You will see another tractor coming at the back. This tractor that the front loader is harvesting, the back loader is doing ridges. As it is harvesting, it's doing ridge. As it's doing ridge, another planter is coming, planting the same day they are harvesting. So you don't see empty land. Do they do well? So you can't see this land fallow. Because of what? Their production capacity and ability. If I have this land now, that this land cannot be fallow, I will always plant here. That means if I used to plant corn, if I used to plant cassava, if I used to plant okra, plant vegetable, if I meet all round farming season, that means there is no year I will not have food pumpkin to eat. There is no year I will not have corn to eat. So I won't lack food. Our project is private sector driven on agricultural development and sustainability. Private sector driven on agricultural development and what? Sustainability. We went to Umuahia for practical. Like whatever we are teaching you here, I pray and believe that your authorities will have us come back here for practical. and I was teaching them. Some of us, as we are here now, you have houses that you first, you wall round. Am I right? Either in your village, you wall round. Either where you're staying there now, it's your compound, you wall round. This space, even this house now, this phase is a farmland. This phase is a farmland. If I handle this phase and use this phase to cultivate cucumber, my family look at me, I will be selling cucumber in this place. Because I can put my first line, second line, and third line there. Get bottle, perforate here, perforate this way, put sand in it, put my fertilizer in it, the water, plant inside it the cucumber or the onions or whatever you planted, even the vegetables will come up. I will direct you to follow this road. All of them will follow this road, and they will be here and here. When they begin to produce, you can only eat all them. Just because we say it's insignificant. From insignificant after 1 year, 2 years, before it reaches 40 years, it has become significant. I'm sorry for anybody here that is into chemistry. But if you want to know how healthy our people are, visit chemist shop every evening. It's another marketing. So, what shall we do? Embrace the use of nanotechnology for your agricultural cultivation. As you're seated there, you may not produce for commercial purpose. That place you are, that is your compound, or the place you are, you can plant fruited pumpkin, you can plant tomatoes, you can plant pepper in a sack bag, close to your fence, close to your wall. Apply the fertilizer on their leaves. You are sure of having pepper, fruited pumpkin, tomatoes, these things fresh for eating every time. At least you run away from chemical products. So many of us are falling victim of that, but our children never fall such a victim. It is now. What I have in my hand here is what we call nanonutrient. Nanotechnology nutrient. Use nanonutrient to rear your beds. It makes your poultry to be odorless. It makes your poultry to be what? Odorless. You can have poultry here. Somebody here may not know that there's a poultry there, except the sound of the bed. But as per the odor, it will be odorless. With nanonutrient. All you need to do is to make sure that the floor has enough thickness of wood shaver. But with this, your poultry pen, a woman has a poultry farm in the compound. And when the husband came back, the husband was not around. When the husband came back, the husband was like, I'm hearing the noise of birds. Do you have birds around? They say, yes, I have birds. Oh, doing well. Because the man has warned her, I don't want birds because of the odor. And when the man came back and didn't hear any odor, only when it was the night, no birds made sound. And it was odorless. After about 1 week, she didn't have the nutrient again. And she didn't get. In the next 3 days, the man started saying, I didn't know there was poultry here. So what happens? He says, my nutrient got finished. So the man was the one who assisted the woman to come and pick some because they want the farm to still remain fertilized. With this nutrient, you have your bed. This is the nutrient. And this is the measurement. Do we have poultry farmers here?
Yes.
Is there anyone into poultry here?
Yes.
Oh my God.
here.
How long have you been in poultry?
Since 2 years.
2 years. What the number of birds you have bred?
First stage, when I get home, I'll put them in well-covered place
Good.
with light.
Good.
Then I look for sawdust and something like plank or carton where I can keep them. So every morning I clean them up for them and replace another carton, then use their food for them
Okay.
day and night.
How do you feed them? And do you give them medication?
Yeah, I use medication on them. There's a sachet of something I buy from people that sell cheap. So I use it in their water.
Also use a charcoal. So for the vaccine, I always welcome them with a already made drugs called glucose, or I use normal glucose. If they are weak. After that, I always give them antibiotics for 5 to 6 days, depending on the days they have this. When they are 1 week, I give them the drugs vaccine for Okoko. Then after that, I give them another one called within 3 weeks. Then 6 weeks, I always apply foul pulse.
In 6 weeks, you give them 5 calls.
Yes. Then in 10 weeks, I give them water. I deworm them.
In 10 weeks is how many months? 2 months. 2 months and so.
I also always apply multivitamin. Well,
At what months do you normally sell your birds?
sometimes 10 weeks, there's 2 months and 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. And I always train only broiler. Then if I'm to feed them, if I'm to sell them in 10 weeks, I always feed them day and night to make sure they eat healthy.
My own, I used to learn about 7, 8 for my own use. But my mother, there is those things they are using. My mind is not there when they were doing them. But I know that for my brother today she's the poultry family. But my own small one that I'm doing, one thing is certain. No bird has ever died in my hand. That is the only gift. I have it as a gift. Whether people the use of what is their English something, medicine is not for me. What I use on my bed is all this. If I give them the proper food, and I use sometimes I use vitamin C, ordinary vitamin C. I'll melt it and give them. Finish, and they will be healthy till I feed them.
We have agricultural development sustenance scheme. This nutrient is for fish, is for bird, is for cow, is for pig, is for dog, is for everything called animal. Yes, this is the t-shirt, and this is the t-shirt. Now, all animals take this. The only difference is the application method. Because how you apply it for fish is not how you apply it for goats. Because the way fish drink water is not the way birds drink water. So that is why the application method differs, because of the way they drink water are different metals. Are we understanding that? We now talk about poultry. My brother, listen, lady. With the use of nanotechnology on agricultural development, with the use of this, at 4 weeks, your birds are matured to be 18 or so. At how many weeks?
4 weeks.
How many weeks?
4 weeks.
I want you to know that I said the right thing. At how many weeks?
4 weeks.
If it gets to 5 weeks, it's okay. But your birds are ready for or to be eaten as from 4 weeks. If you are selling broiler, like you said, I consider a broiler. At 5 weeks, the broiler will give you up to 2.5 kg. Instead of you to nurse a bird for 3 months, 12 weeks, you nurse for 5 weeks and sell. If you are breeding and nurturing in 3 months, after 5 weeks, I sell and I restore. Before your 3 months, I have sold up to 2 times to make my money. And that is nanotechnology. Shake it and shake it to a level is how many grams? 5 grams. If you bring the best, get this nutrient before you bring the best. Don't bring the best and start looking for. When you bring the best and you have the nutrient, what do? Get 10 grams, put it in 10 liters of water, mix it, and give it the best. If you get the best, the first thing that you drink is the water. Remove the feed for 40 minutes. How many minutes?
40.
Did anybody know what I said? If you get the day-old bird, take 10 grams and 10 liters of water. When I say 10 grams, 10 liters, what does that mean? In the ratio of 1 gram, 1 liter. If the birds are like 100, or they are 150, or they are 200, as little birds, their drinking capacity is not up to 10 liters. So you mix 5 grams to 5 liters. Instead of you wasting it. Because you must mix it fresh for them to be taking it fresh. If it stays till tomorrow, it doesn't spoil. But I would advise you to give it to them on daily basis fresh. Every water they drink must contain nutrient. After 40 minutes, give them food. After 40 minutes, give them what? Take 10 grams. How many grams? Add it into 4 kg of their feed. How many kg?
4 kg.
And they eat it in the feed. They drink it in the water. And make sure there is enough light, like my brother said, enough light in your body. Now, at what level do you say the light is enough in the body? Any poultry pen you walk into, there's light in the night, and then you open your book. You can be using this light in the night. That light is going to be enough for the birds. They will not be sick. They will not have any problem. They will be smart. Did anybody log into our YouTube? Did anybody log into our YouTube?
Yes.
Now inside our YouTube, you will see the practicals we have done elsewhere. You will see the ones we weigh the birds publicly, we brought the birds and weigh them in the public. You see the weight. You will see the ones who kill the meat. If I'm saying 5 weeks bed, your mind will be running on how soft the meat will be. Is that true?
Yes.
If you use this to get that done, the meat will be strong, the bone will be strong. You think that the bed is up 8 weeks.
Some faces that I'm seeing here, I didn't see them that day. So that day there is somebody that introduced this.
Yes, from Ikorodu.
Okay. It's an Bible man. If I check through my OP, I can detect his name because I did transfer that day. But as of then, I have some bed that I'm trying, which I follow the former drugs, other vaccines. But after his explanation, I bought a 2 sachet that day. So that's 2 sachets. I start to apply it to my new bed now. And those beds, they are now, tomorrow is going to make them 4 weeks. But the surprise that I saw there before I continue another thing is that I never lose one. I won't lie for you. If you like, you can come and confirm. Number 8, if you reach number 8 from Ede Estate, that bus stop here. Number 2 is Soup. That's where my farm is found. 2.5 carton, that is 125. With the extra 1 carton in each carton. All of them, no one died. Yes, I have been in this field since no less than 3 years. It's only once I experienced it in that way, just only 1 carton, once. Apart from that, other days, I always lost beds. But this one never died. And if you see them, they are very, very healthy. Actually, the instruction that I follow is not exactly the message that I'm receiving now. I'm learning more things now, like how to apply it in water. I learn more things right now to compare before. But of a truth, the bait, they are very, very sound. I even went further to apply it in my snare. But there's a small snare that a small cage that I built where I'm keeping some snare. I think it's about 200 pieces of snares.
You got 200 small.
So the good experience that I get in that snare is that my snare farm, if they lay egg, to hatch become a problem. But after I apply these drugs, this nutrient to them, their egg now is hatching now. If you doubt, you can follow me now. Some people may think maybe I know this people. No, I don't know them. I won't lie for you. Go be free. I will go and show you. It's not far. So I'm very, very happy that when I got the information that there will be another seminar today, that is why I rushed to come. And I learned a lot. My coming here, I'm not regretting. Neither regret to see the promotion face. So God bless you all. I appreciate it all. And if you follow the instruction, I believe that if I apply more than how I applied before, I'll get more good results past how I get before. And please, another thing that I want to add is, some people when they buy these drugs, they may think that this drugs is food. It's not food. Don't buy it and you stop giving your cow food. If you are giving them these drugs, give them food well. That is my own personal experience that I get. And many, they are a personal idea that I will give to everybody. Because being in this field, I experienced some people, they are training bed, but if you see their bed, you regret. So some of the problem is, one, not following the instructions, the things that is necessary to apply to the bed. So I appreciate you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Based on this, now, please, how do we apply it to snake? Because I have snake.
I am, this training is what we do for 3 days. And we only have 1 day today. I am finding it difficult on how to meet up with all the lectures. I will talk about snail, and we'll talk about, like he said, he applied the nutrient on the snail. One of the challenges you have as a snail farmer is ants. If ants enter your snail farm, it's a trouble. If you use this nano insecticide and apply in your farm, it's a nano insecticide. It doesn't kill snails, but it doesn't allow ants to come close to your snail farm. Now, I will talk about snail after talking about the fertilizer. And you don't know, some of us here don't know, that if you have poultry meat and you have your snail meat, everything about meat is completed. Snail meat now is a hot cake. In those days, old days, in those days, if you go to Okoko, you can see snail. But now, tell people in your village to buy snail for you, they'll tell you there's no snail. Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason? No. There are snails. But people have discovered the importance of snail, meat snail, the meat, and the snail contents. They will have agents pay them to go to markets and buy snails. So, if you know any snail farmer, they will go at home and they pay the snail farmer. He doesn't bring it to the market any longer. So you can't see snails now in the market. Because it has been discovered that snail can cure human infertility. A woman finding it very difficult to conceive can be taking snail slime and he'll become fertile again. It has been discovered that snail can cure high blood pressure. It has been discovered that snail can cure a lot of diseases and pains. With snail slime, you can't go blind. Even if it's cataract or anything, it will be clear. After all discoveries, and with snail slime, they now produce drugs for cancer. When they tell you that cancer has no cure, now it has cure. The major ingredient they use is from snail. So that's why you can't see snail anywhere in your open market like before. And then you now that have the snail, our mothers, how many mothers do we have here? Now listen, do you know that they used to pay in the school of catering? Catering, am I right? Yes. In catering school, do they pay?
Yes. Well.
So how much do they pay me now?
You have no sense.
Now listen, in those old days, they used to tell us, or they used to prepare snail. If you bring snail, you bring it out. You use alum to wash it off. Am I right?
Yes.
Those limes you wash out is the most costly oil in the market today. This is 100 mils. Snail slime of 100 mils can give you 10 million naira to sell. Yes. Another one is plantain leaves. Make sure that that place the snail is wet. Let it not be dry. Put enough leaf, moringa leaf, plantain leaf, all these leaves. Most importantly, mango leaf. These things makes the snail to be healthy. When the leaves are there, they will always be able to hide. They will go and hide there. In the daytime, they will not go inside the tires, go and stay. In the night, they will not come out again. They will eat in the day, eating in the night, eating always. You know, snail has no feet like fish, like poultry. They have no. One snail will give you 1,500 snails in a year. One of our members in this lecture when I come like this, he lectures on snail, I lecture on animal different, and then I lecture on fertilizer. If he is here, he will tell you that if you are a snail farmer, and if in 1 year you have not become a millionaire, go and buy casket and bury yourself there because you are born to be poor. Himself has 70 plots of land. He is using all of them on snail. 70 plots. There's machine they call snail machines. If you get a slime extractor, you can never lack money in your life. Snail extractor. Slime. It's one example of this. There are many species there in Nigeria. And you know snails have species. So you get a better species also. This fertilizer, whatever you use it to plant, it doesn't have acidic content. Whatever you use it to plant has what we call zero acidity. Unlike your chemical fertilizer that you plant and it will harvest, it will have elements of chemical contents. We talk about this fertilizer and we say when you use this fertilizer, your land becomes more fertile. Unlike the chemical fertilizer, the more you use the fertilizer, the more your land depreciates, the more your land is corroded. This one, the more you use it, the more your land gets fertile. With this fertilizer, you can break this cement. You can break this cement now and the plant here and it will germinate and bear fruit. With this fertilizer, the land texture is irrelevant. What did I say? You know what about land texture? Yes. It is sandy, it's humid, it's clay, it's this, it's that, it's irrelevant. With this. Why? You make the application of this fertilizer on the leaves and not on the sand, the ground. Application is where? On the leaves and not on the ground. If you have inimical soil, inimical soil is like a man has his father's land. His father was a block molder and his father molds block. You know, land that has been used over 20 years to be molding block, you know how fertile that land will be. Good. And the land is so vast and he doesn't know what to do with it. One of the days he was in our lecture like this, and I told him that land you can use to plant yam, you can use to plant cassava, you can use it to plant corn, you can use it to plant anything you want to use it to plant. Don't bother yourself. He was like, hey? I said, yes. What do you want to plant there? Okay. Take this fertilizer. Take 20 meals. Put it in 20 liters of water. Take your seed of corn. Put it inside the water. Take the stems of cassava, cut it. Put it inside the water. Take the yam. Put it there. Leave it for at least overnight. He left it down there. Overnight. In the next morning, go and plant them in that land. Do you know what has been achieved on that? The nutrient that these things need to sprout, to grow, to germinate, it has been absorbed by soaking them in the water. And now when you plant them now inside that land, the nutrient they need, they require to germinate, they don't need it by the soil. They have already absorbed it by the soaking. So they will sprout up. After 1 week, you begin to drop the fertilizer on their leaves. On their leaves. Now, when you drop the fertilizer on their leaves, the plant or crop absorbs over 95% of the nutrient it requires to germinate, to grow. Now, by the application of this fertilizer on the leaf of your plant and crop has gotten 95% of the nutrient it requires to grow, germinate, bear fruit. So it doesn't require the nutrient from the soil. So it will do well. The soil is only there to hold it strong because the roots will go into the soil. That's why I said to you that if you use this fertilizer, you can plant your cucumber inside a water can and take rope, put it and hang it here. It will grow and germinate and fruit. Miracle 1 and Miracle 2. This Miracle 1 is for quick maturity and stronger stem. Miracle 2 is for fruiting and adhesiveness. If you have your mango, you have your coconut, you have anything in your compound, however, that if it fruits, it will all shake off the fruits. Use this Miracle 2. It is for adhesiveness and it is for fruiting. It will not fall. Your mango or your coconut, they will fruit and they will bear fruit. The seeds and the fruits will surprise you. A pastor in Enugu. Yes. Two of them work together. A pastor in Enugu. He told me that I have caused problems for him in his garden. So we came for a meeting like this. I was to lecture them. When I was lecturing like this, my brother, I didn't know he was meeting the farm, not seeing for the first time. So I was teaching, he said, Doctor, this your fertilizer you use to cause problem in my farm. So I laughed, I said, which problem? He said he is a tomato farmer. And the garden he farms is close to his house. And he sells a lot of it. And by the time he heard about this, he has to get it, use it to plant tomatoes. He said his neighbors, everybody was asking him because his tomatoes fitted. If you see the size, they were all perfect. When he heard that I was coming to teach, he has to abandon whatever he is doing to rush down to hear me talk. Like this, my brother said, it's good for us to be today. And when we were talking, he said, I was saying, anything you use this thing to plant, if you see the fruit, it will be robust, it will be fresh, and it will taste sweet. He said it was problem for me. I said, what? Now, when his wife and his wife were out, they brought tomatoes. And they said, doctor said, the tomato will do well, it will fruit more, it will be robust, and it will be sweet. So they brought knife, washed it, opened it, and they eat, and they give the children, and the children taste and say it's sweet. The moment they come back from school, you will hardly see a ripe one again. And these are children, when you give them tomatoes, they say they don't want to. So they are all now visiting the farm like where, you know where two plotters occupy the radio station. Before this one will rush, this one will say, wait. So he will always come, look, the fruits are no more there. He has to go and get something and barricade it as a fence. They now started shouting, no, we want the tomato. He said, this man not for me. So the tomato he used to sell, the children will eat it raw. Because anything you use it to plant, the taste will be there. Even this one, any poultry, any meat, like those ones we're talking about, use yourself. Take one of the bear, kill it, eat it. With any poultry you use this, any bird you use this to rear, from day old to maturity, you don't need seasoning. You don't need seasoning. You don't need any of the seasoning. The meat will taste delicious. So this one is for fruiting and quick maturity. How do you apply it? 20 ml to 20 liters. Spread it on their leaves. If you have knapsack sprayer, is that what you call it? Don't mix it up with chemical. Don't work with chemical. Any knapsack or sprayer you normally use chemical. Before you use this, wash it thoroughly. If up to 3-4 times, empty the chamber. You see that no chemical. If you mix up with chemical, you can't do this. Unlike the chemical fertilizer, if you are selling it, you are in problem. If you are selling it, if you are buying it, you are in trouble. Because when you have it and you inherit it, is a very big problem. Very big problem. A woman told me that she is having a heat sensation. And that heat sensation, and then she went to the hospital. The doctor said you have hormonal imbalance. Have you heard about hormonal imbalance before? So you have hormonal imbalance. And I laughed and I told the woman, I said, go back to that doctor, ask the doctor a question. If you ask the doctor this question, he will not answer, he will come and answer the question for you. You know the question? Now, the doctor told you you have what is called hormonal imbalance. He said yes. Welcome, sir. Now, agree, tell the doctor, I agree I have hormonal imbalance. But what is balance the hormone? Am I right?
Yes.
When you say hormonal what? Imbalance. Which means there is a balance before,
yes,
and the balance went off balance and become what? Imbalance. So what is balance the hormone? Now I have to answer me that one. The more we use chemical fertilizer and the chemical acidic things to cultivate our produce, the more we go into hormonal imbalance, because it will make your body a balanced level to be highly acidic. You can use this thing, apply it in the leaf of your fruited pumpkin. After putting on the leaves of your fruited pumpkin, you harvest the pumpkin, wash it, and if this thing has a chemical content in it, number one, if you cut it under heat sensation, if you open it, it will produce what we call effervescence. Am I right?
Yes.
If it was not cut under heat, if you open it, it will not produce effervescence. If it is acidic content, the same. Are you getting me? This is 1 and 2. Come. Out of these two now, take one. Take any one. Take this one. Shake it. Open it. Check if it has the pharmacy. Open it. Did it produce any effervescence?
No.
Did it do?
No.
Did it do that?
No.
What color is it? What color is it? Did you see it in my hands? Did you see it here? Is it in my hands?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Did you see it here?
Yes.
Is it in my hands? It has no harmful chemical content in it.
And it's fertilizer.
You can see it.
It is indicated in the Malacona, number one. It will make it grow well.
It is 100% organic.
Okay.
It is 100% organic. It has no harmful chemical substance in it. If I have tasted it raw, where it will become harmful, is it when you dilute it into 20 mils of water and you spread it on the beef? Is it when it will kill you?
No.
This has no single chemical
Effect.
And I want to tell you this. Days are gone when people come to deceive you and deceive me in the field of agriculture. If any human being, whether from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, whether from the State Ministry of Agriculture or your local government, if anybody comes here to tell you that Mwatubu said his own is organic, our own is also what?
Organic.
Tell him that Mwatubu used to test his own. Test your own. Because sometimes they will go and carry chemicals, put it in a rubber, put it in a gallon, and tell you it's what? Organic. It is not. Organic is natural.
Yes.
Anything that is natural is not harmful.
At all.
If it is not blended, fermented, cooked under heat, or mixed up with chemical, it must not be dangerous to health. That is why if you apply this in your crop, the more you apply it on your crop, the more fertile your land is becoming. Because if you plant here, whatever you plant here is not taking your soil nutrients. It's taking its nutrients from the application of this on this soil. So the nutrient that is in this soil, the more you plant with this, the more the nutrient is there to be cooperating the land.
I'm Mr. Sunday Ugado. I live in Lagos, in Ojo, Lagos. To a friend, Mr. Lambert, I heard about this company that they give good lecture on farm, and I'm from Ebonyi State. I have great interest in it, and I deemed it necessary to participate in the meeting. And on arrival, in fact, I thank my God who so that I am present in this education, because I've learned a lot. I've learned how to stand my farm and do better. In fact, I will take the information home with unshakable confidence that I'm going to be a great farmer in the future. I see this opportunity to thank God for helping people to take care of this and give me necessary to feed up. Thank you very much.
My name is Mrs. Lovely Okoko. I'm here in Lagos, Okoko, precisely Cassidy, Seriki Street, Ojo local government. And a friend of mine, Evangelist Amaka, she told me about this seminar, and I tried my possible best to be here to witness what is going on, because I'm into farming, and I learned a lot about farming. I've been doing it all along in blindness, but with the seminar, with the teachings and every other things I learned today, I was glad, and I know my method of farming now will now improve with the method of everything I was taught today. I really appreciate coming here, because my coming here was not in vain, because I was happy for what I learned today. Thank you.
My name is Mrs. Fortune. In fact, I am so excited because what is happening here is too much. I've been hearing of farming. In fact, my mother had been into farming right from the day I was a kid. This poultry farming and all and every other thing, both snail and all the rest. But there's something I learned today. We are live in at Cassidy bus stop, Okoko. There's something I learned today that, in fact, I don't know that such a thing is existing. In fact, I'm going home today to go and tell my mother more about farming. And as it stands today, I am even ready to venture into farming myself because of what I learned today. I am so excited. I'm so glad that my friend invited me, that I'm here live. So I am very, very happy. What is happening here is not a joke. It's not a joke. Every other person is supposed to be here to capture and learn what I have learned today. Thank you so much.
My name is Today we are in a seminar in number 24 Seriki Street, Okoko, Ojo local government in Lagos. Yes, we are here for a seminar which is very, very important. I was invited through a friend, although this is my second time of coming to the seminar. The last time that I came, I learned a lot, which I applied it in my farm. And actually, I have a good result. All my bed, I never lost anyone, which is experience that I never passed through since more than 3 years I'm a farm. So my encouragement to everybody, please pay more attention and also to learn and also join farm is a very good thing. There is a good result if you can humble to learn more about it. Thank you.
My name is Honorable Roland Wachuku. Sincerely speaking, it's a privilege, so to say, to be involved into the project we are talking about. The nanotech project that boosts agricultural produce in Nigeria. One of the welcome developments that we are seeing in this very season of time. To be very kind and sincere to you, like I said earlier, we are happy that this project has finally come to us here. Through Dr. Ernest Watuku, whom we have a very close relationship. Sincerely, that's one thing we know. We don't say open anywhere we go. We don't like to do it as a family issue because this is business. And to be very honest, I'm talking basically on what I know. That with this kind of programs and projects and seminars going on in the whole nation, it's a wonderful thing. That these are things that have been neglected for years. So now we are returning back to agriculture, which is very much more lucrative than every other job anybody can do. And it's something that anybody can do, agriculture. So with nanotechnology products, Miracle 1, Miracle 2 and the nutrient products, they are very wonderful. This one guarantees bumper harvest. It doesn't have to be on a shifting cultivation anymore. As you are removing, you are putting another, and with this product, it's wonderful. You continue to have bumper harvest, seasonal, every season. It's not about shifting cultivation after the land has appreciated. Oh my God! But what we have now can boost food supply anytime, anywhere, in any community. If it is not for commercial use, then you'll be sure that your family are feeding well. So I encourage everyone to, queue. It's a glorious thing to happen to us. And we have already queued into it. As far as Lagos State is concerned, with my position, I think we will visit other local governments and see what we can do. And then get the farmers connected to it so that we can have enough food to eat, at least. God bless you. Thank you very much.